I'm Madison with Antidote 41, and today I'm sitting down with Peacepipe.
What's up? I'm Billy.
Hi, I'm Red.
Giuseppe.
I'm Connor.
So what started your music journey as a band?
Short answer, weed. Long answer, before Peacepipe was a thing, there was a band called Zero that played in the local area, and Giuseppe and Billy were members of Zero. Zero broke up, they were done, and then almost a year passes, and then they were like, we want to get back together and play that same kind of music. But they were looking for a couple different members to add on, and so we were sitting down, Billy and I were sitting down for lunch, and he was like, yeah, we're looking for a bassist for Peacepipe. And I was like, cool, I'll play for you guys. And that was it. There was no audition or anything. It was just, I told him I'm your bassist now, and
No, you didn't give me a choice.
no, it was, I made myself part of the band. And then for a while we had a really awesome drummer in our band named Ben. Ben is pursuing other musical interests, and Connor took his place and just did our EP release show with us and killed it.
Love it. How did you guys meet, the four of you?
So they met at high school. I met Billy at a show, like a local DIY show.
Oh yeah, that
3
was a
years
Zero
ago?
show too, right? Or no?
Yes, it was a very small lineup, and I met them at that show, and then he looked at me and he was like, hey, he looks like me, and I looked at him and I was like, hey, he looks like me, and so we were like, of course we have to be friends now, and it just went from there.
So for the four of you, what was the decision, the catalyst, yes, to create Peacepipe? Like the four of you specifically, what was the decision to do that?
Me and Giuseppe, well, Red kind of just forced himself into the group, which we were fine with, but he didn't really give us a choice. And then we picked Connor up off the street.
Yeah. They pretty much just begged me.
Stray dog vibes?
Yeah.
Connor plays in some other local bands, and we had gotten to know him as a good friend. And when we were looking for a new drummer, he stepped up and he's killed it. So we haven't complained yet.
That's amazing.
But yeah, before that, it was just me and Giuseppe and then a couple other guys. But we stopped playing for a while and then decided we wanted to get back into it and get some new guys involved and change the name and stuff. That's kind of where that all started.
How long ago was this? What year?
How long ago was that? I don't remember.
We've been playing for 2 years now.
2 years?
So 3 years ago. Let's say 3.
What bands or music groups or musicians do you guys get your influence from?
The 3 we list on all of our social medias for what influenced us. We always say Bongzilla, I Hate God, and Toke. 2 of them, Bongzilla and I Hate God, are very big in the stoner metal, doom metal community. Toke is a smaller band from North Carolina, but me and Billy got me onto them because he showed me their Orange EP. It's just called Orange, and that's got to be some of the best stoner metal ever written. It is fantastic. So we were like, yeah, we want to do that.
So stoner metal, is that a genre? What is your guys' genre? What do you classify your music?
Stoner.
Doom, yeah.
What does that even mean?
So doom metal, you can think of it Black Sabbath, but slower. It's just going to be that same style of kind of riffs, and then they slow it down, and it's usually a heavier tuning, a lower tuning. Stoner metal is doom metal, where it's less about the mysterious and the occult, and it's now just about weed. We're very straightforward with our. So the EP, right? The EP is 6 songs. 5 of them are about weed.
Cool.
Yes, we're genius songwriters.
And the weed shirt, I love it.
I just got it today, dude.
That's amazing. So you just played an EP show. It was a tiki bar in Costa Mesa, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So tell me about that. I want to know creative process, what made you start it, set list, music. Let's dive into that.
Well, creatively, Tiki Bar is a pretty good venue down in Costa Mesa. It's kind of a crappy little dive bar, but people show up and it's always a good time. Set list wise, we played our whole EP. We had a cover by Toke and I Hate God, which we both thought were great songs. Yeah, it was a blast. We were able to get shirts printed out for merch, made a bunch of CDs. We were able to sell. Got a lot of people rocking some stuff now.
Yeah.
So.
What would you guys say is your biggest challenge or obstacle as musicians and as a band?
My schedule. So I'm finishing up school, and I go to school out of state. I go to school in Nashville, and the problem with that is, while I'm gone for the whole semester, we aren't really able to play shows. If we get a really big gig, I'll basically, if the money we're making from the show can cover a plane flight, I'll come back for it.
I'd also say that like every musician band always encounters like a writer's block to a certain point.
Fact.
Being able to get content out and then also record in between writing, playing shows can be difficult for sure.
How do you guys get out of that funk? Do you have any like ways to get back into that flow?
Honestly, I found playing and just jamming, even if it's experimenting with new musicians and all that, just kind of continuing on. At one point, you're going to reach a plateau, and then you'll get over it. I mean, it constantly happens. So.
Yeah.
While I was
Getting stoned helps too.
Yeah, for him, for his lyrics. For myself, I was this last semester at school, I was having a really hard time because the EP's out and we're stoked, but like we want to keep the ball rolling, so we're writing new material and getting ready for that, and that's what we'll be spending the next few months doing while I'm gone. But I got back to writing for the first time in a hot minute, and I was like, wow, everything I'm writing sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad. It was terrible.
I'm kidding.
No, he's right.
No,
it was
I'm
bad. But so I made up the rule for myself. I write a riff a day. Doesn't have to be a full song, but I just have to at least like one musical idea per day, and I'll usually send it to these guys as like a phone recording and just like, hey, check this out. But I found that's really helped, just because as long as you're staying consistent with it, your brain will put something out.
Do you write lyrics too, like songwriting?
Yeah, so I helped with Bong Dozer because we wrote that at like a coffee shop one day. But most of the lyric writing comes from Billy.
Yeah.
Where do you get your inspiration for the lyrics?
A lot from Bongzilla, because Bongzilla like exclusively writes about weed, and I think it's hilarious, and so I kind of want to do something similar, and so I get a lot from them.
In the early days, we actually, like when we first started writing these songs, Billy was like writing them about like very serious, like, important topics.
Yeah, the 9 Circles of Hash used to be like about like mental health and stuff, but like before it was called that, it was like a mental health song, and I was like, no, fuck that. Make about weed.
You're like, fuck mental health.
Yeah, no. Like, hey man, like mental health, important, love it, but like, we're a weed band. We
Weed
play
band.
stoner metal, not mental health metal.
I love that. Is there a specific audience you guys gear your music towards?
Not intentionally. I mean, if we're being real, stoner metal tends to be kind of a sausage fest. Which, like, hey, we love them. Like, our fans are great. Because we're at a point for like the first time where people are showing up to the shows that we don't know. Like, it's not just like friends and family and maybe a friend of a friend. It's like some dude that we've never met before.
It's like real fans.
Yeah, real people that are like showing up because they like our music, and that's awesome. And a lot of them, like, so this was not fully intentional, but the shirt I'm wearing is for Belzebub, and we opened the show for them at a show in LA, and we met people there that really liked our set when we opened. And they've started coming, and so a lot of our fan base is, people that are in the metal scene and like doom metal and stoner metal, which is definitely what we're gearing for, but it tends to mostly be guys in the like 20s, 30s.
What do you want your listeners to take away from your music?
Be happy, be irie.
Have a good
Stay
time.
stoned.
Yeah, stay stoned to survive as long as
Get
I'm
happy,
alive.
get high.
Yeah.
What is the biggest or most important lesson you've learned as a band throughout your career?
Don't take anything seriously at all. Oh, little. No.
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of on the same page. You gonna say something, Connor? Go ahead.
Oh no, I was agreeing.
Okay.
Yeah, don't take it seriously to a certain extent, right?
Yeah.
Like you want to have fun with it. You don't want it to turn into a job.
Right.
I feel like when you're performing as well, the crowd can definitely see that. When you're taking it way too seriously, it takes away the genuineness of what you're doing and what you're performing. So
For sure.
And we are kind of at a point now where we're trying to take music somewhere. We're trying to go somewhere with this, but at the same time, like, we started this band to have fun. We wanted to do this because we enjoyed doing it, and we never want it to be a thing where like it feels like a chore to come to rehearsal. So I think that's a priority for all of us, is we want to just have a good time.
What do you see in the future for you guys for Peacepipe? Any big plans, projects, drops? Anything you give us hints?
We did the EP, and right now, like, the goal for the band is we're paying off the EP. So we're just, money we make from shows goes towards that. once that's paid off, we're hoping to start saving up to go on tour. So I graduate in May, and then from there we're gonna like play shows, earn money from shows, hopefully, and use that money to start saving up for like a tour. In a perfect world, so this is Kaz, come in. So this is Kaz. Kaz is one of our roadies. Thanks, that's all I need. Thanks, you're good. Kaz is one of our roadies. We've had them. They come literally every single show, and they help move all of our gear because our setup on stage is ridiculous. We have a lot of gear, and getting that on and off stage would like not be possible if it wasn't for our roadies. So in a perfect world, we'd like to be able to go on tour and maybe even finally pay these guys. Would be awesome. yeah, they get beer, they get free merch, but like, you know, it'll be nice to at least be able to cover gas or something for them.
And so your EP, what's it called?
Peacepipe.
Peacepipe, self-titled.
Yes.
Dive into that. What's the creative process behind it?
We wanted to record an EP. We were like, let's get some music out.
How long did it take you guys to create the full EP? How many
Like,
songs are on it?
6 songs, like
Okay.
writing them.
Yeah.
2 of the songs were Zero songs that we used to play years ago, and so those ones were already there. And then we had to work on writing some new stuff. But yeah, we reused 2 of the old Zero's old
Right,
songs.
2 of the old Zero songs got re-recorded, which much needed. The new ones sound great. We did fantastic. We're so good at this job. The other songs, by the time I had joined Peacepipe, a lot of it had already been written by Giuseppe. Giuseppe had already had these riff ideas in his mind that he was like, I wanna show these off. And so a lot of it was ready. The only riff that I actually wrote, so we had 2 that were already Zero songs, then like 3 of them Giuseppe had already written by the time I got into the band. The only one that I really wrote was Bongozer.
It's probably my favorite.
Oh, so sweet. Yeah. It probably didn't take no more than a few months maybe to get all the songs written for that. And then it was, I mean, rehearsing it was easy because we were already playing them at shows. So we had it pretty locked in by the time we got to the studio.
Your band name Peacepipe, is there like a story behind coming up with that name?
This is all you.
I don't know. Kaz and I were getting chicken. And we were like, I don't know. We had like 6 band names, and that was probably the funniest.
Well, because Kaz used to
Getting
have like
chicken.
a big pipe that he'd call the peace pipe.
Oh no, it was a peace pipe. It was fucking
Yeah,
tight,
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Like,
It was
that
this
long.
big, yeah.
yeah, it was fucking like a stone bowl. It was tight. Yeah, chicken.
Chicken.
Yeah. The
Okay.
inspiration for all
No, we
things
love that.
chicken. Yeah.
Okay, I love that. So you play a lot of live music. Do you guys have any like warm-up rituals or like things you do to help like prepare yourselves, like your voice or playing the guitar, drums, or anything? Like any like warm-up rituals like that?
Really, usually we say a prayer.
This is not true. This is just complete lie.
I was like,
Hands in a circle.
Yeah.
Pretty much it. Just making the
Oh.
Lord and Savior.
Yeah.
okay.
It's not all true.
How has music changed your life overall?
For me, I started drumming when I was younger. It's been about 12 years now that I've been playing, and started off as just a hobby when I was younger, and then the passion continued to grow and grow. And then, you know, joining my first band, it was almost like learning a new instrument, and I found myself just falling in love with it the more and more I played. And now it's kind of all I do. It's been great. I love it.
Pretty stoked with live. Pretty fun. You know, nice stress reliever. About it.
For me, I mean, I got really into music. I got my first guitar the Christmas before my 9th birthday from my grandfather, and he was like, you know, here's a guitar. And so I started learning, and I very quickly realized, like, hey, this is like what I want to do for a living. Not specifically like playing in a band. Like, you know, in a perfect world, Peacepipe makes it, and like that's like what we do for a living. If that happens, awesome, no complaints. But this isn't just me. Every single one of us works in the music industry. Giuseppe and Billy work at a local like audio production company. And yeah, you all work there?
Yeah.
So they all work at an audio production company. I'm finishing up school for a degree in audio engineering. So music is like, even outside of the band, is basically what we do all the time. We are very interested in this whole music thing.
For me, I've made like all my closest friends through music. Like that's where I met all these guys, was just through playing in bands and going to music school and stuff, playing shows. So I've made like all of my best friends that I've been through music. And I started playing drums when I was in middle school. That's like how I got started. The singing's pretty recent for me. I just started doing that like maybe a year and a half ago, something like that. Before that, I was only doing drums. And so it's been fun to like try new things also and try and evolve and learn new skills and stuff too.
I just have one last question.
Yes.
How do you guys get your hair so pretty? Lush, luscious,
you're
it looks
passive.
healthy. You gotta tell me the secrets. I need the secrets.
I haven't showered in 3 weeks.
I love me. I love that. That's me.
Shampoo, pretty much it. Let it air dry, you know.
6 and 1, head and
Six- yeah.
shoulders. What's up? We're Peacepipe, sitting down with Antidote 41.
No one can change my mind. I'm done till dust I'm fried. My thoughts so bright.